That is no joke. He really has been quite the player. Black Ops 6 treated him well, and 7 so far very good as well. He's got him against the mighty Kremp here on Kremp Lossus. We'll see how he fares. This should be an absolute treat, folks. Couple of scars, a den, and a raid to close things out. What a series we have ahead of us. Let's get it, Chance.
And, you know, speaking of AR players that are wrongfully criticized, you have guys like Insight on this team that enable the playmakers and Joe Deceives, and that is the nature of the dynamic. SMGs, especially so on this map, going to be the pop-off, going to be the high flyers, and going to be the difficult men to take down.
I like just watching that. Like, that's such a great opening route to take. And we're still on board with Krem, who is... such a difficult customer to deal with. A bit of a Karen in another life. He's off to a fantastic start this 3 spree, and he's doing some of this from inside time. So again, off to a great start, halfway towards a Hellstorm.
Yeah, easy positioning as well. You see, nice and controlled. He gets tunnel, he gets statue control, and that means his teammates, quite literally, like 3 of them, just have to look or fill into basically 1 or 2 spots. But as he falls, Toronto, well, restabilize, get the clean 4 down and a break. But it is not before that first punch is thrown. Minnesota, 31 seconds already. Maybe some small good news for Toronto. They got a couple players spawning on the right side, but Real does not have support, and everybody's coming.
They're on it. Yeah, they take care of business quick enough. Oh, and they clean up on the back line as well. 2 for Esther, 1 for Mamba. So all bases covered. Eyes towards the front now. Yeah, look at this. G2, they have got Colossus on lock. Mamba gives a ton of intel for the fight forward. Esther does what he can there of his life. Throwing it now to Skies, who's going to hold on a point. Here comes Krem, the man in the feed again. But Esther leading the charge with a big win out of Joe. That puts the hard point in a contest. And what do you know? Another 1v1 for time.
Yeah, CleanX is going to fall. This has just been a trade fest blender over on P2. There's like one player that, like, for Toronto, able to slip through, pick up a 2-piece, but the follow-up is just never there. And this is bully ball. Kremp Lossus is a dangerous thing, and, well, it's not just because of him. It's Estriel right now with 8 kills. It's Mamba also with 8 kills, but more importantly, it is the team with a 70-second lead going into P3.
Look, you start the first hard point, big body shot to Koi. They are reeling. Second hard point, they haven't got any air in the lungs. They're still taking these jabs. And now you got a big rotation, Koi. This is the turnaround you need. Real will be the frontline man. Insight and Joe get theirs. CleanX joins him in the fray, and it all comes down to the single man of Mamba, who has been red. What a hold from Koi so far.
And this is a Joe Deceives hotspot. We saw him on it yesterday overplaying the blue crate, and you can already see G2 Minnesota don't want to deal with it. They're trying to go on the full pinch. Insight going to be able to call out 3 players, and CleanX has a nade waiting for him.
There we go. It's a great nade. Not able to transition on the next man. Oh, Estriel, what a disgusting 2. There's the break. One flank, though, still remains safe, and that's Joe, but not for long. Another peach from Estriel. 11 and 5. Currently on 3.
Yeah, smart plays from G2, right? It's a Joe Deceives hotspot. Don't want to deal with that section of the map. Go somewhere else and try to break Toronto down with their weaknesses, and maybe a little bit of time secured on P3, so Toronto showing a little bit of a fight, but going into P4, Toronto cannot afford to lose this one. And guys like Mamba, well, you got 3 players working the top side of the map.
And once again, the kills there for G2, absolutely ideal so far. Real brought down with a little sneaky attack there from Mamba. Estriel. Wow, you somehow find back-to-back kills like this, and all of a sudden you've got the hard point again. Frontline now made safe by Mamba. What a battle the other side. Estriel from wing to wing. G2 Minnesota taking flight here on Colossus.
Yeah, and how clean of a breakdown as well. The 3 players on the top side of the map just blocked the spawns, and even though G2 lost the first blood battle as the hill popped, that guy spawns out on the pinch. So Toronto mismanaging the map, and Minnesota taking full advantage. Now they're just trying to break through the front. They get the first 2 kills. Guys on the back line, a little bit of damage. Can't give you something extra in Toronto playing bully ball, but still for them, a long way to go.
A long way to go indeed. Well, G2, strong lead, attempted breaks here. They've got a wicked start to this hard point. Let's go for a listen in.
Nice. Intercept you, Joe. First guy. He's still there. Give me a second. What I do? Hold my header. I'm not working. Someone try close up. I got it. Alright, slow down. They're gonna be all blue. Intercept you. Tunnel dead. Low right, statue, tiny, close. Nice. They're door. I have time. Keep right. They're gonna keep fighting. I have upstairs. I need a door.
Right on you.
I need a door. Bully. I'm stunning.
One shot.
Dead. I got him both. Let's go.
Same time. Get
I'm picking up there. I'm hard playing the right.
Happy for.
Nothing at the right. Right. One more. I have this guy. Wait, no. What's in the back? Inside right. One in the back. Inside right.
One shot Joe in the back. Literally,
He got me. The two flip behind us.
I take our time.
Yeah. Stay left.
That's one deep. I can help you.
They're stairs. One shot Toby. After they're mid-stairs.
I'm waiting.
I'm jumping up.
I'm going set you. I'm waiting set you.
The whole game will
I got naded. He could be top.
From one shot.
I'm one shot.
They're laying on there.
Wait. Inner. Go. Nice. One more in the back.
I got your side there.
100% in the back.
I got one shot.
Nice.
I have it.
Show the trophy. Lay down.
The right. Watch the weed, Jay. Time in
Inner dead. One more inner. Inner.
What's up, mid?
I'm helping mid.
3-2. Look for the door. Nice. One more. Front of Joe.
Nice. I'm blocking. All before.
There's funny yellow, guys.
Nice.
I'm top in right now. You're going to. Slow down. Hit right.
Well, what do you know, Chance? G2 Minnesota, pretty good at this, man.
Dude, that is a high energy listening as well. They are straight running it down, making good plays along the way. In the feed, though, Insight just got a quad feed. So, like, I don't know. I was going to say maybe it's helpful or maybe the mini-map is just going to get weird.
Well, it's feeling weird. Jamie Craven's still catching kills. Looking for another here. No one seems to be tough enough to go man-to-man in a 1v1. Mamba. Call him unaware. That's how you take care of business. But 189 to 80. G2 Minnesota. This is such a good hardpoint out of them. For a period of time during that listening, I thought Krem was playing a jetpack COD. He was airborne for a long time. So G2 have got the special sauce. 28 and 14 for Estriel. Sky's truly Mr. OBJ right now. 9 and 15 with a minute 32. These guys have got the sauce here on Colossus.
Oh, there's a lot going on, including Serrano letting a player slip the net. Estriel has made it through. He's the sneaky man, and none of those errors have turned. Number 5 is going to spawn out, so Insight, number 6, going to start to look for him. And there's the execution. They catch him without anybody falling. So Insight did get a quad feed at the start of P3. They got about 45 seconds on the time, and they got the spawns right now for P4. If there's any hope of a comeback, it starts here.
They did hold quite well on the previous go-around. Let's see if we can get something special here. Toronto, Mamba shreds him. I mean, walls detected as he finds that one. Joe trying to catch what he can here. Great damage. Backup now arrives. They've still lost the hard point for a momentary second. Insight finding a couple more. Jamie Craven continuing to find the kills. Now he's looking towards mid-map. This is a good-looking hold here from Toronto Koi. Another here for Jamie. What a battle this has been. The boys are not out of this yet. Great damage again into Mamba. Now to the front line we go. Real on a 4. Nearly gets himself a hellstorm. Joe's upstairs. Toronto are mounting the comeback.
Okay, it's a halfway decent P4. They're still down by about 70, so G2 all the time in the world to restabilize, and you can see they're getting up to that P1 control. 2 players out by statue, 2 players on time, and 2 deaths in the kill feed in favor of G2, so they got their bases covered. They just gotta find a few kills. They'll be good to go, but Real's able to pick up 2. Insight gets another one in the feed, and the setup G2 had just explodes, and well, now Toronto have made it inside of P1 in that lead, down to 50.
Oh, it's a big one. That boy's got that dog on a 7 spree. Great shots again out of the young Spaniard. What a display he gave us yesterday. And today, some special stuff indeed. On still Real, getting these big kills. His teammates either side of him. Getting a little bit too hot to handle though right now. But Koi again, 30 seconds to go on P1. And they've lost it finally to Mamba.
Yeah, dropped the ball. They let a guy out through tunnel. Mamba found the brow, and then Real responds with a bang. So the man just goes on an 8 spree, follows up to get you the time, and the right side spawns for Toronto. The lead is down to about 40. They'll have it for P2. And now it's Insight's turn to go on a 5 spree. So Toronto clearly heating up. G2 seeing if they could just hold on. They might have ran out of a little bit of steam.
Oh, we're running about a little bit of steam. I mean, what are they running on? What is the power source, G2? What is the fuel? We are about to find out. Another hold here for Koi. Mamba with the overwatch. Estriel and Krem winding up for the hit. It might have been a stick, an unfortunate kill. Oh, and you are going to pay for that one. 2 down now for G2. Unable to make this attack effective. Koi hold.
And this is a team that they struggle in the game fives. They are not the best team in the clutch, and this is a moment now where they're gonna have to clutch up. 4-man straight through the front, and they're just gonna pick up every single kill. Who needs to go on a pinch route when you could just bully him out like that?
Oh, the flood is so effective. Toronto Koi now trying to break back into this one. Kleenex on the fight forward. Mum on a big spree, and that is a devastating moment. It could be the end of the road here, Chance. Koi, so close to the loss here.
Yeah, no, now you're going to have to flood straight in. There's going to be so much time. You're calling in a hellstorm from the opposite side of the map that isn't even going to save you any bit of time. Now you're losing the gunfights over towards New. The hellstorm is wasted, and it is officially a desperation effort, and they're not getting any kills. 4-man in the feed, and G2 weathered the storm. The onslaught from Toronto is stuffed, and Mamba caps it off with a 10 spree.
An absolute classic matchup. Our battle for the title of King of the North, and a very, very different look now for both of those rosters, but the gameplay is just as memorable. Brilliant start there for G2 Minnesota and Koi. They got to the party, Chance, but they got there a little too late. Strong signs of life, but by then they were already on life support. Good stuff once again from G2. Fantastic start to the series.
Yeah, and for the first time this year, the start to the series, Toronto loses the first hardpoint. They were 6-0 coming into this, and now they're going to feel a lot more of that pressure. If you're looking at the stats, well, Kremplossus is the meme. This time it was his teammates that deliver. Estriel had a fantastic game through and through. A ton of multi-kills he was able to get, but it is Mamba from 23 and 24. It was when Toronto started to make the comeback. The rookie goes on a 10 spree to call game. And on top of that, Miles, he had 2 minutes in the hill. Fantastic work there out of the team of G2.
Great work, G2. Highlights here, folks. A lot of big kills. Real with some nice turn toward the end there, but a G2 start to finish. Saw some magic out of Krem, as we do. Estriel, though, the man of the moment in the kills department. Wicked stuff. And G2, again, kudos to them. They have figured out this map. They have figured out this mode on this map. Absolutely. Starting their series right.
Yeah, and I think for Toronto, just almost an endless, countless number of sequences where they're doing a lot of things right. Even this moment, one guy gets overwhelmed, you lose the back spawns, and I think Toronto just not maybe appropriately prepared for the pace of this map or just the teamwork of G2. These guys seemingly always flying together when they need to make moves on these rotations, and I think Toronto seems like a lot of times just a man down in these sort of moments, but it was also just a map of streaks. Real had an 8, Mamba had a 10, Insight had 1 or 2, like 5 sprees coming through. Entire lobby taking turns.
Absolutely. Not to mention the scoreline streaks. I mean, the start of this one, a 70-point run from P1 to P2 there from G2 Minnesota. Wicked stuff again. I mean, we saw a good comeback from Toronto Koi. Ideal situation to find themselves in. I forgot Mamba did actually have a Hellstorm. Didn't even call that thing in, did he? Good stuff, mate. Didn't even let them know. Sometimes you call it into the end just to let them know. No need, as an explosive pop-up there is he map number 1 in the books. We now go to the search and destroy. G2 smiling ear to ear.
And Toronto seemingly has been a one-dimensional team in search and destroy as well. So the maps we're going to be going to, I think G2 are going to be very well prepared. But I mean, if you just look at the game flow, start to finish, we might have had a moment that P2 to P4, that second set of rotations where Toronto started to mount a comeback, but realistically, they never got the lead within 50 points. Minnesota was in control the entire time.
And I mean, that was what, 3 hard points, give it 4 maybe, where Toronto were looking very, very solid. But again, too little, too late. Hey, good to see that they've got the fight in them because they're going to certainly need it across the rest of this series. One half of our Scar showdown we will be seeing now. Search and destroy at first. Map 4 if we get there. But Den Overload, again, excited to see how that one goes down. Both our squads looking good. I think, actually, truth be told, I'm more impressed by the way that Toronto Koi have looked on that mode, even though they did get slaughtered quite effectively yesterday by the Ravens. But still, can't wait to see how this is going to go down. Very, very excited. Charles, which way are we leaning for the search and destroy? Because my opinions are null and void.
Well, it's a map that Toronto doesn't have a win on yet, so I'm going to lean towards G2. I think you have to almost by default because, again, in terms of the one-dimensionality right now of the S&D for Toronto, you ban one map away from them and you're good to go. So Scar is their second most favored map. Winless on it, have round 11 losses, got bullied out by the Gentlemates. They've gone for a single B plant on offense as Toronto, and they got 2-piece by a pistol. So Toronto, I mean, just struggling on all fronts.
A lot of VOD to watch as well, but Koi, their search and destroy this year so far has been Interesting. You know, by one way of looking at it, only wins there on Den against the LA Thieves 6-3. Everywhere else, though, some solid losses. The Paris Gentlemen dismantled them on Colossus. That was one of the fastest and most devastating games of S&D we've seen in quite some time. Here on Black Ops 7, anyway. Can the squad turn it around? A team that is no stranger to high stakes moments, to true composure, even with the additions of Joe and Real. I mean, Insight and Kleenex alone, I mean, the clutch factor there, the cool factor is exceptionally high. You sure they're going to figure out, Chance?
Well, I haven't seen it this year, you know, in fairness to them, right? Like, even yesterday on the Colossus, they had a massive lead that they ended up blowing and did not bring that clutch factor in. A lot of situations where they're nearly clutching 1v3s and almost clutching this and almost clutching that, but Toronto haven't entirely delivered. So G2 certainly want to take full advantage of this one because, of course, the biggest shining spot for Toronto is going to be that dead overload. Like, you could almost say that's an auto win. So G2 want to make sure you strike while the iron's hot, go with that 2-0 advantage so you're feeling more comfy in the series.
Oh, yeah. No Ravens in this series to worry about. Real has taken a hell of a lot of space without checking his corners. Is it a day one? I mean, it's just a dangerous place. It's a hot zone on the map of suppressive fire that'll keep Joe out of the action for now. And with the first blood, Estrio is now going to make his way through the front side of shop. So another angle to play with, more control, more intel. Now inside back down as well. Toronto Koi being pushed all the way back outside of Kleenex. You sneaky devil. Here he goes.
And listen, this is not a fun execution when you have 4 versus 4. So shout out to Kremp to try to even the odds, but nope, you just get picked apart. You do not have the man advantage, and Joe Deceit is left in a 1 versus 3, overwhelmed instantly in a round 1 from Toronto. That is an Ichabod Crane type play. Real, I mean, just not looking remotely in the right direction. That is not how Toronto want to kick it off. And meanwhile, G2, business as usual. Skies, 2 kills in the round.
For the folks at home who's running Ichabod Crane, headless is what folks at home might be worried about there. Tough one, but I did appreciate the attempt from Toronto to attack that together at the very least, even when down a man. First blood from Kleenex really helped. Mid-map presence, G2 didn't give that up. They kept their eyes up. They weren't letting any shenanigans go down, not being pulled by the allure of those red dots. They are tasty. 2 to Skies, 1 for Mumba, 1 for Estriel. Now on the attack, let's see what they've got.
Well, they've got Kremp very aggressive in towards the store. And he's going to get back down, but, you know, wasting a little bit of ammo, going for some spot checks. That stun is going to see if Real's working the pinch, which at the moment he's not. Now G2, it looks like they're getting active to make moves right towards the site they go. 3 players working in tandem together. And at least they've got the space, but they're feeling a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, they got the shoulders for days to throw here, just waiting for somebody to expose himself a little too long. Kremp on the intel for the cross. Here comes the attack. Oh, from inside. Smoke. Oh, Kleenex is going to read it easy. First blood. Patience now will be the name of the game. Estriel gets it from inside smoke. Next man up, but the pinch is now on. Skies gives it up for a second, wins 1. The next man damaged, and up close and personal, it's Kleenex. Can he make it a 1v1 with 20 on the clock? Tobias Yul Jonsson sending it forward. Estriel holds it together. G2, big round.
Yeah, it's Kleenex with an AR in hand. It's yet to hit right for me. A moment where that man wanted the Dravic, because Estriel there to drop him. A mixy round. Kremp tried to be sneaky in the smoke. It didn't pan out, but the clutch factor there for G2. Estriel, a fantastic series thus far. Great in the map number 1, big smile on his face, and a 4-0 start here, living in the chaos around that bomb site, but yet to be killed.
Whoa, frustrating one there. And Sky's watching the flank from the start to the finish of that round. Diligent at his post. Couple of donuts there for Koi. Kleenex is the only one to have any kills. It's not going to amount to a whole lot though, because the round wins. Who cares? Joe making his way forward. Real. No, again, Real. Can we learn? Come on, man. Fire, burn, no touch. Joe's there. Oh dear, you didn't even get him. Oh gosh, Estriel still. The Savant in the shop. Gets himself another. There we go, Joe. Bring him down. Opportunity to attack forward now. Insight strikes. Can't get the second. It's Skies. He's going to buy some time to get Kleenex out the play as well. Oh, Kleenex can't get away with his live Tyrannocoy. It ain't looking great.
No, not in the slightest. And Joe Deceives instantly taken down. I mean, I'm trying to think of a literary reference of like what that situation describes. That is literally just deja vu. Real dies in the exact same way in back-to-back offensive rounds. That is something.
In exactly, I mean, that could have been a replay from round 1 to round 2. In fact, maybe in the replay package we show it, and folks are like,
it was the exact same, dude.
They must have put the same clip on twice. No, sir, the same thing happened in back-to-back defensive rounds. Well, there you go.
I mean, it's bad writing, you know?
It's bad writing. It's lazy writing. It's lazy writing. G2, though. Looking good in Search and Destroy. 5-1 for Estriel. Mr. Ashworth, it happened again. That's a deep cut for the Simpsons fans. Real not having a great time here on Scar, 0-3. Out here, though, with an opportunity to take care of Kremp, who's feeling ambitious. G2 have mixed things up here in this attack.
Well, yeah, maybe waiting for Toronto to get a little bit squirrely, but Trophy's out. You see the adjustment, insight. It's a very cool angle. We'll see if it can deliver him a kill.
Yeah, it used to be squirrely. RIP tilt. Now it's presumably a fish. Real stays on the donut, and Kremp's ambitions pay off. He manages to get himself now to top green, and my goodness, what a spot this could be for him. He has a man in behind him trying to take care of business, but inside is just lost the hit point battle, and he is now having to back up. Estriel, trying to make something happen. Mamba over the top. It doesn't pan out, and it's a 1v1. Jamie Craven versus Kremp, and he's gone and filled the sheets, but no, he lives. Intel, health regen, round 2.
Listen, 22 seconds. The bomb is down. Basically, in the opposing team's spawn, Insight has to win this round for the team. Kremp, if he gets this, it would dagger Toronto.
Oh, he's gone all the way around and he's managed to find himself a sweet spot, but no idea of where the bomb is. So yeah, go on, Kremp, get it down. 9 seconds. Insight's going to check this site. Still, he's close enough too, but it might not matter. He might already get it down. Oh, good golly, Miss Molly. Ah! Kremp! That is a devastating performance. We will see if the dagger is in. And how mean was the twist there from G2?
And then I saw this final kill cam, and I'm a believer. Only a G2, though. Insight did not hit a bullet.
No, that was not it. I can't believe it. That was devastating. Kremp.
Miles, just to acknowledge it, right? The thing we were talking about right before this map started is how traditionally Toronto is a team with a ton of clutch ability in S&D in every single game mode. Oh, it has not been ideal. Not getting the 1v1s, dying in silly ways, and now you're terrified of the store because every time you go into it, you meet your fate.
Oh no!
That's where G2 want to capitalize, and they'll capitalize with another first blood.
Oh my good God, Kremp. I mean, the way they're moving right now. Oh, did he see the tail of that player? No, he didn't, but he caught this. Whoa, he's a little too turned. He gets quick scope by Insight. Insight down. And this round, I mean, were we going for the maximum disrespect? Quite possibly. Mamba. No shot. He's going to get shot in the back here. And finally, Koi get themselves on the board. An ugly round. And if I'm going to say it, G2 definitely loosened their belt on that.
Well, if it wasn't for Insight, I'm assuming just hitting a relatively filthy quick scope on a guy. If he doesn't hit that shot, then yeah, it's a devastating round, and G2 absolutely run you over. So maybe a small bailout moment there.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, in spite of a very difficult shot to hit, that would have been a round where G2 just suffocate you. So
yeah,
Real gets away from the donut. Insight gets another snipe kill on the board. Small things going right, but G2 obviously playing with all of the confidence in the world.
Yeah, they're really mixing things up. This time, it's a similar look. Kremp will not be the man hitting no shot. Well, it was Kremp this time. Thank God it was different pieces on the board there. My goodness. Real definitely didn't pass the intel. Joe might be looking at another one here if the timing serves him right. He's got the hit point advantage, and he's won the fight. That is that. Big advantage for Koi. They've got Skies now against the ropes as well.
Are the writers just whispering in the ears of the SMG players? You can make it through store. It's safe. It's not safe. You get wall banged from 37 spots, and there's so many corners to play. But, you know, the angel and the devil on your shoulders will say a lot of things to you. As Mamba finds a pick, they are working on a 2v4.
I know, that's too tough, too tough. This lineup you've got right now for Koi, outside of Kleenex being out of the fight mid-map, it's a trade fest. Joe, don't die. Sky's now with a lot of advantage to work with. He manages to get on the inside. 2 players are here for it. Joe might be able to go over the top in a second, but you've got guns up here for Koi. They are holding position. Surely they don't let the bomb get planted with 20 to go.
And if they do, they're going to have to kill the guy very quickly. Eyes on insight, drops him. Great shots, great teamwork. Joe to see is there for the help. And yeah, Sky's taken down there in the 1 versus 3. So 2 rounds in a row, and maybe a similar story to what we saw on the map number 1, where G2 get a captivating lead, feel so confident they play maybe a little bit too aggressive, and Toronto starts working the comeback. G2, of course, map 1, well, they shut that door quickly.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. You get so confident. This is Joe. The 2-piece he gets here certainly helps out. Is 3rd on the round, and Kleenex picks up the last. So, hey, 2 rounds in a row. That's all you need. But you're not wrong, mate. It might be a little similar look there to the first hard point. Real mix-up now. Skies has abandoned the post for a second, and they have made it to the plane header. Good luck, brother. 2 red dots now firing away. More intel, reinforcements from G2 on the way.
Well, G2 responding to the bait as well. You got Skies and Estriel have both wrapped back. Meanwhile, this bomb is creeping up towards the A site, but this is isolated. And Mamba and Kremp are both still leaning over towards A. And now number 3 starting to wrap back. So G2 have actually responded to the pressure. If you overcommit on the pinch, Skies is going to die by the hands of Real. But other than that, this is a default round.
Relayed the idea, though, that the B-bomb site is a possible place for attack. Real can bide his time. Oh, you've left open space for Kremp to go into. Better watch a trap. And the trap set, trap sprung. First blood. No more to be had there, though, as Etriol gets his. Sky still. He knows someone's up here. Real, the Spanish hitman, gets absolutely peeled on the slow poke from Skies. Man advantage G2.
Oh my, now you got bombed out and spotted. There's 10 seconds. I mean, this is, even with the, the devil on Kremp's shoulder whispering to him, it is just not enough. And Insight's not even, dude, how rare to see Insight not even play for the win. He would have died instantly, so it's not like it matters. But this is just a Toronto breakdown. Even when they get the first blood, I mean, just discordant as a team. Kleenex isolated in the middle of the map. The opportunity to get Real working through green. Skies, that veteran presence, just reads it perfectly. I mean, that's like Spidey senses tingling too, because for Skies, that little like standoff moment existed for 45 seconds in the round.
Yeah.
And, again, a lot of people have been criticizing Skies. Friendly reminder, he is a world champion. That is a very good Call of Duty player.
A man who watches his post. The rear guard now for Minnesota, and he's trying to lead the charge. Kremp. Stun connects.
Oh,
Kleenex gone. That is an immaculate attack. Who threw that stun? A pat on the back and a big assist into the column. They go. Kremp from the hip. Huge damage. Not enough for the kill. Reinforcements are on the way, but surely he gets picked up here. Surely he gets picked up here. Coverage from Mamba keeps him alive. 4-2. Bomb plant by A as well. Good luck, Koi. This one's looking tough.
Yep. And it is all at the Insight in a 1v3, trying to retake with bomb down, and he's already been naded. Yeah, G2 dominance. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But for Toronto, their S&D is as broken as it can get. And G2 have now fully capitalized. So leading the series, they got handed their Kremp losses. They deliver map number 1. Toronto cannot win in S&D that is anything other than Den. So G2 beat them there in the old pick and bans. And of course, Toronto's going to win map 3. But other than that, G2 in a great spot.
It's lazy writing. It's lazy writing, Chance. Don't give him the win. May the best team just get it done. You never know, though, folks. Koi falling apart there on Search and Destroy. Not a good look. I mean, Real thankfully can watch back that VOD and pick up exactly where he went wrong. A very, very tough look on Scar there. Just check that corner, that left corner. Throw a stun. You never know, mate. You never know. A great player who's seen him do incredible things. Just not on that map. 6-2 final score. Scar done. I don't know where we go from here, brother. Again, well, we go to Den Overload. You might be right.
We're going to Scar Hardpoint, Miles.
We're going to Scar Hardpoint. Well, hey, I'm just saying. It's one of those days, brother. 250, 191, 6-2. I don't know, mate. I don't know. Well, folks, we're going to find out exactly that. After this break, we will be playing Den. We will be playing Overload, and we will see if this is a swift and decisive 3-0. Will there be new Kings of the North in town? We'll find out after the break.
Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL. Scuff, official controller of the CDL. Look like the pros to play like the pros. The CDL team skins are available now. Scan the QR code or check out the in-game store now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. We have a game of Overload coming up now, and two titans of the mode, Mamba and Joseph. Deceivicus chance. What do we think of the upcoming game?
Well, one Titan and one guy that has struggled just a little bit, right? Joe Deceive's clearly one of the best players in the game, and Mamba had a phenomenal map number one, but certainly on this map and mode combination specifically, gonna have to kick it up just a little bit because Toronto, their offense on this map, it's fine. It's great. It's one of the top in the game. Their defense is absolutely spectacular. Toronto, extremely difficult to score against, and guys like Joe Deceives always making the intelligent heads up play, can run it down when he needs to, can play corners when he needs to. He can do it all. And of course, what we've seen develop in Overload, at least it seems like early on, early scores boost your odds of winning a map massively because the way you can change that style, and Toronto have all the styles figured out.
Strong styles, a strong hold on the mode so far. We'll see though how it's all going to go down. Anything can happen here in the Call of Duty League world. Still, opportunity for Koi to turn this entire series around, but we'll find out, mate. It is going to be a tough one. G2 though, looking hot. Coming into this matchup, I think the first two maps quite handedly, but then this is definitely Koi's turnaround moment. Here we go.
And listen, you know, we talked about Game 5 being potential. That potential absolutely still exists, but G2, because it's raid for the final map, they can continue to play this series with nothing but confidence. So huge square up towards the middle of the map, and Kremp actually going top side for the initial pinch. So if his teammates can buy him enough time, he'll get a few freebies, and that red arrow flying, there's the first kill, and mid-map firmly in the hands of G2.
He's got it. Here comes a counterattack now from Koi, trying to get some space in the middle. And that's it. More space grabbed. Estriel, tip of the spear, driving deeper now into the Koi line. Not going to get any more kills out of that, but the attack is now on. And they've managed to get players deep now towards the B goal. Koi scrambling to try to stay alive here. Another big win from Kremp. What a turn. No damage on insight. No play now with ball, except for Estriel. Desperately trying to keep this one alive. And it should be done there. Wow, what an attack.
Yep, NT, that is a good try. And, well, now for G2, going to have to reposition. Get the device going on the bottom side of the map. Two players nearby. It looks like Toronto and CleanX have contained everybody else here on the pinch, but just head first right now. You are running straight into the clutches. Toronto just, I mean, they just look off.
Okay. Okay, we're going to take that one. Real's going to get it and walk away with it, but yeah, a little off. Counterattack still on. Dojo's the target. The A zone. Numbers are up, nades are through. CleanX doesn't walk into that one, thankfully. Pockets are empty. It's time to go. Can anyone find the opening picks, the opening kills? It looks like Koi, another good hold defensively. But they've been on the back foot so far in the first half.
Yeah, tough one indeed. That device, though, that is going to be a spot where I'm assuming Toronto just going to let that device reset. Two players spawning out, but an opportunity to make some moves. The reset goes towards the middle of the map, and G2 actually have three players sort of turtled up in the bottom left, so Toronto can take a little bit of space on the map and try to cook something up and get going.
Again, 3 minutes, lots of time still here in the first half to make something happen. And Koi, patient play, hoping for a couple of big kills. Let's go for a listen in and see how it's going.
Outweigh me, not weak. Let him watch that shit. That's a
lobby, man.
I'm out. I have all this one. I have all this one.
Broken on you.
There's two broken.
Yo, back left, guys. I'm 3 times around.
I'm already right, the red on me, Cramp. Feature. He's just holding the ball.
Cramp, one shot.
Cool. Right.
One up mid, one still broken. Yep. I found the right. I'm banging one lobby.
Nice
Stands
reset.
there, bro. Yeah.
P2, cramp left side. In once.
Out there, P2.
I was thinking of me. Shout out, Chema.
Look at it.
This guy's weak.
Guys,
Nice shot. P2.
Still front lobby. I'm go for it. I need back to lobby. Yes, one top right.
Back up border.
One back weak lobby. Estriel's up mid, maybe.
I've got a bolt.
Bika, and then one lobby. Bika lobby.
Still lobby somewhere. Could be statue maybe.
I'm at the left to tell you.
There's 2 plants. Lobby.
That's a mid. Weak skies. Twice.
I'm gonna be
running.
Yeah, no, yes. He backed up lobby.
I'm looking big.
No, broken. Be cut and broken.
I mean,
okay, we're looking for one.
I'm running mid.
Okay, I'm
gonna push out left. Careful red pinch though.
Top blue one's broken them.
Top blue just hiding me. I'm twice.
I don't see him.
Take it.
Back lobby. This guy's weak. Going lobby, okay?
One shot.
They're gonna push out red and blue, bro.
One hit the left.
I hear you.
One's big cut. One's heavy red. In low red. No, he's not red mid. He's still mid.
She's turning red. He's gonna go red.
I have a red.
Lane red at the bar.
I'm trying you.
Him once.
He's already Table, I'm twice.
There's two.
Got in right now.
You can kill one of them.
Ball spawns right now.
Watch the red before game.
A very frustrating listening there for Toronto Koi. G2 though, a quick goal, top control. Let's go for a listen with them.
I'm back.
Yeah, we're trying to quick. One behind us, I think. Go in inside. Phoenix around to here, I think.
Already up front. Lockers.
Lockers, watch out, watch out, close.
Yeah, Dojo or Mika. Phoenix are close in.
Locker, you have to go.
Stay clinic still.
Why you life again?
I get a bit on. There's 2 on ball.
Have a trophy.
I'm coming to help.
Yeah, pinch is up. Pick up the ball.
I need close ball.
I'm Nate front.
I have
Pinch now.
Yeah, I look here.
Trophy's gone. I'm pre-frank.
Got it.
Nothing pinch.
Close. Yeah, pinch. I'm counting now.
Phoenix one shot and Ball's there too. Walker's one shot. Walker's was one shot. Clinic.
G2, 20 seconds to go here in the first half, and it took 16 seconds before that first goal to the second. Unbelievable control. Toronto with a last-ditch attempt. One more man to deal with on the close corner. Estriel wins it and saves the day with 5 to go. What a moment for G2.
Yep, and a massive advantage going into the new half, and they can have the opportunity to run it up another 30 seconds. Only they can score. And this is just something that if you want to demoralize your opponent, a cap for the next 20 seconds would do exactly that.
It would be the icing on what is already quite a sweet cake, quite a delicious cake. As Estriel, unbelievable confidence. He gets a couple of kills there at the halftime whistle, but what a devastating look. G2, many opportunities on goal there. 2 of them find their mark. The mighty defense of Toronto Koi, a couple of holes punched there. G2. Mate, this could be a 3-0. This really could. What a map so far.
And we had to listen in as well for when those scores started to roll through on the side of Toronto. And like, they're just off. Like 3 players able to run straight through red as they called it, but just the quick swing over through the A bomb site and just instant caps, and Toronto not there for the response. And I mean, traditionally, that is where they're at their best, but now G2 have the opportunity to do on to Toronto, as Toronto has done to every single team. You get the lead in the first half, and now you are just playing a game of containment. Toronto Koi, they're going to have to chow bad gunfights. They're going to have to play extra aggressive. They're going to be forced to pick up the device much more frequently there than their opponent. Real has a nice start to the round, but it's a bunch of trades rolling through, and every single trade favors G2 from this point on.
Absolutely. Could not have said it better myself, and I wouldn't have, quite frankly. Forcebury, though, for insight. This is great. Joe starting to push that front line forward, get himself one. Top blue, as they call it, that computer room is where Mamba's now posted himself up, and Real, he's trying to be the goal hang. He's trying to find any kills here to help the lads make their way forward, and thank God Sky's running the way of that one. Nice 2-piece. Opportunity to get things going. Here we go, Toronto Koi. You have an opportunity. You have a window. You're going to take it, but you've chosen wrong. Kremp has held it down. Trade's complete. Last man left alive in sight, and it's him against the world. Koi have fallen short of the goal line.
That's huge. I think that was like Kremp, right? That spawned over towards B, the sort of lone man to dagger it, and he's able to pick up 2, and now he's going to try to roll that through. But Toronto, that is a 4-man wipe. You had Real in their spawn and unable to execute. I mean, that is a massive missed moment.
Estriel gets himself one on the push forward. Mamba now holding it. Reinforcements are there. Koi going to start to flood forward, try to plug the hole. Don't let anyone get on the inside here. G2 waiting for the quick recovery. They're still going to keep the play alive for a few moments longer. No more reset just yet. We'll still go back to the middle of the map. That's where the setup is now for both players. A duel taking place. Oh dear. Mamba looking for the second. Not going to happen. Estriel won't be able to get that. Reset not on. The A goal is now in sight. Koi, the pendulum has started to swing the other way. They're making a run for it.
And what direction, though? Insight's leading the charge with a pistol as 2 teammates are working towards the middle of the map. Everybody for G2 is able to come up off spawn, and now number 6 trying to make the play. Real gets shut down, and you are officially a man down, and Insight only has a pistol.
Yeah, man down in the wrong part of town. Couple of kills, though. Oh, dear. Opportunity to swing it over towards B. Here come G2. They have swung now the other way. Mamba waiting for the picks again. 1v1 win there from Joe on the skies. The ball has been dropped in the middle of the map. What an attack there from G2. Oh, dear. And the shoes in the other foot now. They could make a play off of those 3 dead.
Yep, clean house. I love the route Skies took to pick up top window. Even though we lost the gunfight, it slows all of Toronto down. They had players on the pinch, and I mean, this is half of this round burned. And even though G2 have not scored, Toronto, I mean, just struggling. They've made it past the 50-yard line. Then once they get past it, can't do anything after.
Yeah, this is big work out of Krem, though. Nice nade once again from Estriel. He's throwing some absolute peaches this map. Estriel again, finding a window. Estriel Banging his way forward. Trays there with pistol. What a kill from Kleenex. Stops it on the line. That would have been 3-0. Skies on the flank taken care of. Now Koi on the go. 2 minutes to play.
And look at Real on the minimap, right? He is on the opposite side of the map from the rest of his teammates. They're trying to let him get in position before they make the play, but still a moment where you're forced to pick up the device just because you don't have enough time to really set these types of things up. So Toronto playing a scattered game. Real's been taken down, and I mean, the push already been slowed down, and with shots like that, the push is stopped.
Oh, it's done. It is done. Joe's going to win a nice one. Any of his teammates going to be able to help out there? No, he's gone as well. 1 minute 30. You can't say Koi aren't trying. They are throwing caution to the wind, hoping for something special here. Estriel now with possession. This is the G2 keep away game. Find as many kills as they can. Can Joe win this fight in mid? No, he cannot. Well, finally, an opportunity again on goal, but looks like there are defenders in position. A big win from Kleenex. Wait, this is not over yet. Can anybody get there to help out? Not able to get the next man. Real down as well. Oh, Kremp, what a play. Now waiting for the pickup, and you are off to the races again, Minnesota.
No, you're not off to the races. You are back inside of your spawn. We are parking the bus. We are hanging out, and G2 are just gonna, just devastating. A 3-0 in their favor against Toronto Miles. This is hopeless.
They're taking a meeting in that very beautiful, ornate meeting room. They've booked it for the next 40 seconds. It is theirs, and Insight is desperately trying to get them out of there. Real slips through, and it is nothing but defeat as G2 have stamped their name on this 3-0 against Toronto Koi. Haters be damned. G2 have brought their A game today. What a look going into Major 1. A hopeless affair, truly hopeless. Devastating looks in the search and destroy. Absolute masterclass on Colossus, and here on Den Toronto, their best map, their most sought after mode. They have shown the goods. G2 3-0, the final score in the series.
Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of teams tied with a 3-4 record. This is going to be G2 maybe ending up in the winner's bracket after a handful of tough Game 5 losses, but the parity of the league we have this year continues. Right now, it seems like the Black Ops 7 is the year of just the entire community criticizing World Champs for absolutely no reason way too early before we play a single land. This guy's played great. G2 played fantastic. They got a solid record, and they got a handful of some very nice wins. Obviously, everything this year, at least this start, is going to be a battle. But G2 brought their A game today.
They certainly did. And again, shouts to Koi. They fought tooth and nail in that second half, desperately trying to get those attacks on goal, but not quite enough. Lovely damage there across the board. G2, you win your ones. A couple of big 1v1 wins. Kremp with some magical moments. One absolutely glorious spawn that he took the maximum advantage of. We stopped that goal attack on towards A. Amazing stuff. Wicked work there. Den overload. It taketh away a measly 17 seconds of overtime we saw in that one. No scar, no red.